Right. In this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business. And we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women make it sound easy. Take it Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing this amazing morning? We have sun and clouds. I don't know what's going on with this day, but right now it's a little sunny, but it feels amazing. How is everybody doing this amazing morning? Welcome to Coffee with Nikkie. I am Miss Nikkie, and this is your daily cup of information and inspiration. Today, remember yesterday we were talking about some things, and I said yesterday's show should have been about dirt. We kind of wrapped up yesterday's show, and we were talking about the dirt, right? And so today is going to be focused solely on the dirt. And I wanted to talk about the dirt because there's so much that is thrown away that we use to enrich the dirt, right? And to enrich our soil. And I want to liken that to our lives, right? I want to make sure that we realize that, yeah, there's some crappy things that happen to us, some ish type things that happen to us in our lives, but that's all going to be used to enrich the soil so that we can create the right environment for our seed to grow and thrive. So today is definitely what the thing that we're going to talk about is the dirt today. That's what we're definitely talking about today. Listen, I don't know if y'all remember, tomorrow we will not have Coffee with Nikkie. I will be traveling to, where am I going? I think I'm going to Virginia. I don't know. I'm going somewhere. I got to do something with my brother. So, so there will be no Coffee with Nikkie tomorrow. So please keep that in mind, and then stand by and I'll let you know we're going to have Coffee with Nikkie on Thursday because I'm not sure when we're going to be coming back. So, for sure, no Coffee with Nikkie tomorrow. Please take a note of it, y'all. I'll definitely send out messages and let y'all know that there will be no Coffee with Nikkie tomorrow. But just in case y'all looking for me, I'm just letting y'all know. So let me get into the room real fast because I got a lot that I want to say. I want to make sure that we get it all in because, again, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. So I want to make sure that I fit everything into today. So that we don't have a break and then, you know what I'm saying? So we just gonna flow today. So today, again, is about dirt. Everybody put dirt in the comments. And if you see somebody not here that usually is here, go tag them and tell them we on right now. And it's gonna be a good one today. I really don't know how it's going to hit, but I know what my intentions are about where I'm going. I know what my intentions are about the direction of where I'm going with the topic. So listen, get ready. That's all I got to say. No, I'm just joking. Put dirt in the chat. And let me see who's in the building this morning. Good morning, Miss Lois. How are you doing this amazing morning? Miss Lois is first. She said, good morning, everyone. I'm blessed and highly favored. Yes, and yes. Good morning, Miss Lois. Good morning, Yolanda. Yolanda's in the building. She said, good morning, family. Good morning, Yolanda. How you doing this amazing morning? We got the HBIC of BCMC, the Black Candle Makers Club, and BCMC University. She is the princess of Ghana. She is the jewels of Ghana. She is my good sis. Jewels is in the building. Good morning, sis. Good morning. I caught some of your live this morning because my mom ended up calling me right before I had to get on. That's why Usually I'm a couple of minutes late, but I was a little extra late today because we try to figure out how we gonna be moving tomorrow and tonight. So that's why I'm a little late. So I didn't catch all of the live because while she was talking to me, you was talking to her. I couldn't pay attention. But good morning, sis. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She said, good morning, beautiful people. Yes, yes, and yes. Melly Mel is in the building, and that's who she did the unboxing for. She did the unboxing for Melly Mel. So if you guys have not checked out Bubble Dance Soapery yet, she has the best soap. She makes natural soaps, and they're nice hard bars with creamy rich lather, and the scents linger. All of the things that you want in a soap, all of the great qualities you want in a soap is in her soap. So yeah, go try it out if you have not tried them out yet. And she said, good morning, party people, party people, you ready to get funky? Yeah. She said, hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button. Oh, you know what else I wanted to share too? Because this is what I was doing. I was up since like 5 o'clock in the morning, getting my slides and everything, my presentation together, because I am going to be offering my AI for product makers. I'm going to do a self-paced class, and I'm going to do the intensive class, right? So that, self-paced, you can do it anytime. But I was working on that, and I'm super, super, super excited to share it. So if you missed my 3-day intensive, you do not want to miss the opportunity. If you're a hands-on learner, you don't want to miss the opportunity for when the seats open up. And then I do have the self-paced. So if you can follow, if you're good with the directions, and remember, I am very thorough. And if you are in my intensive, we'll sit there until you get it. You know what I'm saying? I am very thorough to make sure that what I'm teaching you totally grasp and understand and are able to use. So yes, I've been working on that as well. So y'all make sure y'all on standby if you missed your seat to grab your seat. And I'll also have done for you services as well. So if you do not want to do, Nikki, I don't want to do all of that, that's okay. You don't got to. I'll do it for you. Right? You don't have to. I'll do it for you. And I found out some new things yesterday. Let me tell you something. This whole thing has been, I'm like, what? I'm blowing my own mind. I am blowing my own mind. Melly Mel said, hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like, hit the like, hit the like button. Good morning, Christina. Christina's in the building. She said, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? You missed, you missed me doing your unboxing. I love them. Yes, yes, yes. Dang, thanks, Juice. I was actually working. Come on, actual work. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. Chantel's in the building. Y'all already know what we gotta say.
You better thank a union member.
You better what?
You better thank a union member.
Okay. You better thank a union member. Good morning, Lakeisha. Lakeisha's in the building. How are you doing this amazing morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning. The song does say Daily Cup of Motivation. I knew it. I told y'all. Jules said Daily Cup of Motivation and space, inspiration, sensation, all of the words with the shun at the end. That's what Jules said when she talked about it in the morning. Good morning, Enrique, aka Emilio. Good morning, Emilio. How you doing this amazing morning? He said, good morning, ladies. Good morning, Emilio. How are you doing this amazing morning? Yes, today we are going to be discussing dirt. Nikki, dirt ain't fascinating. It's not if you don't look deep enough. But dirt is very fascinating, okay? Dear July, I don't want any trouble from you. Just come in, sit down, don't touch anything, and keep your mouth shut. You heard Sheila from VA? Miss Sheila from VA said that, okay? She said, Dear July. Good morning, Martini. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Queenie. Long time no see. Good to see you, girl. All right, so let me tell you something. I did an update on my phone, and it done changed the settings of everything that I want. Now my screen is all dark. I don't like it at all. they need to stop giving us these updates, because I don't know what these updates really do. Because usually when you upgrade your phone, when you do the update on your phone, that's when the phone is usually going on its last leg. After them updates, it'd be like, oh, don't have enough memory. Oh, you can't take any more pictures. Oh, that's what happens, right? They be trying to tell you it's time, and your updates always come close when your phone is almost paid off. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. I'm just saying it's a coincidence. I'm just saying it's a coincidence. Anybody else know what I'm talking about, or it's just me? All right, y'all. So we are going to be talking about dirt this morning. And the reason why I wanted to speak about dirt, because y'all know how excited I get with nature and making our life lessons about the nature and the process of nature. And so today we are going to be speaking about the dirt. Yesterday I asked you, what's one of those things that you throw away that it's waste, but because of that waste, it makes the soil really good, right? So people had a lot of good things to say, but the good things are the good things that we add to the soil, like the sun, the water, those type of things. Those are the good things. You don't think those are necessarily bad things. You wouldn't think that manure would be the thing to enrich the soil to produce something that you are going to eat later or enjoy later, right? You wouldn't think that the ish would be the thing that's going to make it better, right? And so I wanted to make that about life, because I'm like, why wouldn't we make that about life, right? Because we've all been through some ish. If you've been through some ish, put a 1 in the chat. If you've been through some ish in your life, put a 1 in the chat. If you felt that you got a bad hand in life, put some 1s in the chat. If you went through some bad situations and you felt like crap at the end of it, or you felt like crap through it, put some 1s in the chat. Because nobody is going to avoid that, right? We are all going to go through some tribulations, some trials and some tribulations. That's one thing that we can know for sure, right? Some things are going to happen in our lives. Some things are going to happen in our lives, and it's going to feel like ish. It's going to feel like crap. And we're going to use that crap to fertilize this dirt, right? Because we are the dirt. Okay, I need somebody to put in the chat, we are the dirt, please and thank you. The update for Apple is mostly security and changes settings to a new one. Listen, I don't like it, Miss Lois. I do not like it. I want my phone back. And maybe because I'm a creature of habit, but I want my way. I want it back the way it was. Somebody put in the chat, we are the dirt. And this is one way, remember I said it's about the way we look at things. Remember I said we can have things happen to us and we have choices. And I said, well, y'all might be like, Nikki, I didn't have a choice to have this disease. I didn't have this choice to do this. I didn't choose to have my man beat on me, or I didn't choose it. But we have choices, right? Overall, we will still have a choice, right? If it's tough or not, it's still an option to have a choice, right? And so I wanted to say that it's about the way we're looking at things, right? This is where the mindset shift comes in. This is where we start to see how we're going to use this thing, how we're going to allow this to be the fuel for what we're going to do next, right? And so I just want to let y'all know that your dirt it's not dirty. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't want to touch the dirt because it's, the dirt. Ooh, it's bugs. Ooh, all the things, right? And our dirt isn't dirt. Our dirt is our foundation. Y'all hear that? The dirt is your foundation, because this is where all of the things are going to be added to make the environment a good place for that seed to grow. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, and maybe because I'm looking at it from the perspective as planting a real seed and amending my soil and doing all of these things, maybe because I'm looking at it from that perspective, that this is so much deeper to me. But it's about the way we are looking at things. Yes, some people are going to look at dirt and say that's a throwaway. Some people may look at dirt and say, ew, dirt, right? But somebody might be looking at dirt, and that person would be me, looking at dirt like, ooh, this is the perfect thing for me to add this ish on top of this compost and this, all the trash, all the stuff, and make this dirt even better so I can enrich this soil so I can plant a good seed. right? So how many of y'all understand what I'm talking about? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, thank you so much. We are the dirt. I feel like a mushroom. Let me tell you something. The mushrooms are spooky. Mushrooms freak me out. Okay, I feel like a mushroom has so much ish dumped on me, but I'm tougher because I'm tougher than the ish. You better tell it. You better tell it. Let's go here.
You better thank a union member.
Yes, only God knows. Listen, good morning. Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet like a flower. Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Miss Tracy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So like I said, maybe I am looking at it a little too deep, but let me tell y'all something. To me, it resonates so hard. It resonates so hard, right? Because the dirt is something that is going to be the foundation for the seeds that is planted, for the seed that has already been there, right? I said the seed has already been planted, but the seed is waiting for the dirt to be ready. Like it's not going to sprout yet because it's waiting for the dirt to be ready, and the dirt's not ready yet. And so we like to look at our life experiences, our failures, and our setbacks. We like to look at those things as throwaways. We don't use those things to enrich the dirt. We don't use those things that I'm this because of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm better because of this. What did Maya Angelou say? She said, "You may throw me down." I forgot. But still, like dirt, I rise, right? Listen, if y'all remember that part, please tell me in the chat. Please tell me in the chat. Because I totally forgot it. I totally forgot it. And so we don't look at these things as these things are enriching us. We look at these things like, I can't believe that I went through this. I can't believe that this happened. And I just want to let y'all know that the seed has always been in you. God was waiting for you to get ready. The seed is waiting for you. Remember, I said yesterday, the teacher will present itself when the student is ready, or the student will present itself when the teacher, or something like that. I forgot. But anyway, that is what's happening with us right now. And the seed is already planted. We just got to wait until we have the right environment for this seed to grow and thrive. We just need the right environment for our seed to grow and thrive because it's already inside. And just because some seeds don't sprout immediately, some seeds take time to sprout. Some seeds just come right out the dirt, right? But some takes a minute. Some takes a little time. It needs to be a little damper. It needs to be a little darker. It may need to be covered. There's some things that need to happen, but just because those things have to happen does not mean that that seed is not going to grow. It just means that it's going to take a little bit more. Hello. So that means that just because your seed didn't sprout yet and somebody else's seed sprouted, maybe they didn't need everything that you needed in order for your seed to come out, right? Maybe they didn't need all of those things, so their seed sprouted a little faster than yours, but yours need a little bit more cultivating. Your dirt needs a little bit more enriching. You need a little bit more water. You need a little bit more covering, some boundaries. You need to make sure that you are protecting yourself in order for you to start to thrive. Maybe you're not ready to be up there yet. You're not ready to be in the elements yet because you are not ready on the inside. You got to get your inside ready. So now you got to cover yourself a little bit. And so it's okay. You cover yourself a little bit. You nurture yourself a little bit more. You water yourself a little bit more. And then when the time is right, you will sprout and you will thrive, probably even bigger and better than the other seed that sprouted before you. Right? And then by the other seed, I'm talking about another person. So when we're looking at somebody else and we're looking at what they're doing and how they're growing and how they're thriving and how they're producing fruit, they're harvesting and doing all the things that they're doing while we're looking over there, we're not worried about what we're doing over here. We need to be concerned about how we're growing. We need to be concerned about what we're putting on the inside of us. We need to be concerned about the environments that we are in. We need to be concerned about if I'm giving myself enough nutrients, sunlight, if I'm giving myself enough. Right? That's what you need to be concerned with. And then you'll be able to start to thrive and you'll start to sprout. But it doesn't have to do with anybody else. It has to do with you. And just because it took you a little bit longer to get there don't mean that it ain't going to happen. Right? Just because it took you a little bit longer does not mean that it's not going to happen to you. Maybe you had to be in the darkness a little bit longer than somebody else. Maybe like I said, maybe you required a little bit more water than somebody else. Maybe you needed a little bit more covering. Maybe you needed a little bit more prayer. Maybe you needed a little bit more faith. Maybe you needed a little bit more confidence. Maybe you needed a little bit more in order for you to thrive. because your environment wasn't like the other person's environment. And so you don't get to thrive the way they get to thrive. You get to thrive the way you have to thrive because that's what was put on you. Right? Certain plants can't grow in certain environments. You can't grow the lettuce the same way that you grow your tomatoes. You can't grow your cucumbers the same way you do your brassicas, and that's your cabbages and all those type of things. You can't grow those the same way because one requires a lot of sunshine, a lot of sunlight, and the other does not. The other requires shade. The other requires certain things, and they don't require the same nutrients, and you can't plant them together because they don't belong together. So you can't look at somebody else's thing thinking that you could grow the same way they could grow, because that's not going to help you to thrive. And even if it did, and even if you did try to thrive in that environment, it might stunt your growth and you may not produce sweet fruit. You might not produce anything. It might just grow and it just be leaves and it goes straight to seed. And now you got to get planted all over again. Sometimes that can happen. Right? So just because it didn't happen for somebody it's happened to you the same way it happened for somebody else, don't mean that it's not going to happen. You are not disqualified. Just because you are covered a little longer in this darkness, just because you require a little bit more manure and compost and all of the other stuff, just because you require a little bit more of that does not mean that you are not going to thrive and bear fruit and everybody else can't eat off of your tree. Hello. Just because you need a little bit more don't mean it's not going to happen for you. Your dirt just needs a little bit more enriching. Somebody put enrichment in the chat, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Tracy. You may write me down with your bitter, twisted lies. You may troll me down in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. My little sister said this at one of my fashion shows because I made her perform. And she did this whole poem. Good morning, Miss Kim. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, indeed. Growth. Yes. Listen. Yes, and yes. Let's get it. Yes, preach. Come on, y'all. Come on. Just because you need a little bit more enrichment does not mean that you are not going to thrive. Listen, this is one of the Mexican proverbs. They said they tried to bury us, but they didn't know the seeds. Tell me how many of you have been through life situations where you thought that they left you for dead. And I don't mean physically, and I mean it could be physically, right? They just left you for dead. They left you to hang out to dry. They didn't check in on you. They didn't see if you were okay. They didn't even care if you were okay. They just left you out there to care less about what happened to you, right? And they left you to sit there and die. And what you do? You still grew. You still were able. Yes, that made something of you. That made you a little different. That gave you a little bit more character. That gave you a little bit more perspective. But you did not die. You did not die. You were able to still grow because you are a seed. Because you are a seed. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? And I know it can't just be me. I know let's just say it didn't have to be something so traumatic. Let's just say maybe it was a friendship. Maybe it was a decision. Maybe it was somebody in the family. Maybe it could be anything. It could be somebody at your job. It could be something at the job. It could be a lot of things. It could be a lot of things. They let you go. They ain't have a package for you or anything, and you didn't know what you were going to do because that's the only thing you knew how to do. And now you have to figure out how to make a way. You grew. You figured out how I can survive. How can I make my seed grow even though they left me here to die? Even though I wasn't planted in good dirt. Even though I wasn't planted in enriched dirt. I was still able to thrive. There are some seeds that I plant in the garden sometimes, and sometimes they're throwaway. They just fell out my hand. They're not throwaways, but they fell out my hand and they didn't go where I intended them to go. And they grew somewhere else. Listen, it wasn't put in the opportune place. It wasn't put in the right environment, right, for it to thrive, but it still persevered and it still thrived anyway. Anyway, I'm like, there was carrots that were growing on the end of my garden. I was like, I didn't plant carrots here. How did carrots get here? They still grew. They still grew. So just because you're not placed in the opportune environment doesn't mean that you still can't thrive. People may have left you to die, but you still figured out how to thrive. You still figured out how to grow. You may have struggled. You may have required a little bit more, but you still figured out how to grow. This is why I say life and nature is just so like, if we just look at things and just see how it relates to one another, man, just like, to me, I feel like when I'm looking at nature and life and how I see it, like, I actually, yes, I know that in life we're gonna go through some things. Yes, I know that we can use our pain for growth. Yes, I know we can use certain things to create and carve out who we are and da 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 da. But when you actually can put the visual to it, it really makes a lot more sense. That's why when I'm telling how I'm feeling about it, I envision what I'm doing in the garden. I envision me putting the compost in the dirt and mixing it up and putting my seed in there and doing all the things. I'm envisioning that because that makes it more real for me. Like, wow, that is really how life actually is. So I just want I just want to let y'all know that you need some enrichment, and we can still grow and we can still thrive, y'all. We can still grow and we can still thrive. Yep, literally. Yep. Yep. Now the tears are, I think you're saying rolling or running. I'm not sure, Miss Lois. We did not die. But did you die? No, we did not. We did not. Baby, they tried it and I won in the end. Period. Come on. Come on. Rolling. Okay, got you. Rolling. But God had other plans for me. Yes. 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 Manure prepares the soil to harvest something great. It applies to our lives too. Period. Good morning, Kay, the manager. Good morning. Good morning. She said happy T-shirt Tuesday. Yes. Yes. And yes. My seed is growing somewhere else. Period. Period. Won't God do it? Won't he move the seed? Won't he provide the perfect opportunity and the perfect environment for you? Okay? Even if they left you to die, even if they left you not to thrive, even if they thought they left you in a drought, listen. Listen. Thank you, God is using you. God, thank you, God, for using Nikki to send your message. Oh, thank you, Miss Lois. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, going to the manure, the crap that we get pounded with all our lives, right? All of that crap that we going through, all of that crap can be used for our garden. All of that crap is used to make our dirt great. Just going back to what Miss Sheila from VA said, manure prepares the soil to harvest something great. And that's exactly what it does. Right? You wouldn't think that manure is going to make your dirt good. So, and not even good, great. You wouldn't think that manure would make your dirt great so that your seed can grow and thrive, right? You wouldn't think that because you're like, why would crap make that great? And it's something that we got to ingest. Now, why would we do that? Clearly, if we look at life and we see all the things that have been dumped on us, or where we, the hands that we've been dealt, all of those things are providing the nutrients that we need to make our dirt great. These are the things that are shaping what we need to create that environment that is going to be a prime environment for our seed to grow. So that's like your heartbreaks, your betrayals, your failures, and yes, all of it stinks. All of it stinks. Ain't no way around it. Nobody's ish smell good. Nobody's. Somebody put nobody's ish smells good. Not a baby's. I don't care how cute they are. Not yours. Not an animal's. Nobody's ish smells good. Okay? But it's going to prepare you for real growth. It's going to prepare you for what's to come. It's going to shape you into what you need in order for that seed to grow into an amazing tree, amazing fruit, amazing all of the things that you need for that thing to grow. That's what it's going to provide for you. That is what the manure is going to provide for you. So if we start looking at all of the crap that we were handed as manure for our dirt, to make our dirt great, once we start looking at it like that, we can start saying it's time to elevate. Ain't nowhere to go but up. Yes, initially when you growing a seed, it starts going down first, right? Because the roots, they're going down into the dirt. But once the roots get established, then guess what's popping? The seed is going to sprout. The leaves are going to grow. The fruit or the vegetable or the flower is going to start to bloom. It's a process. It's a process. And that is our life's process. So we got to stop looking at the crap as being something that is negative. It sucks that it had to be us. It sucks that we had to go through it. It sucks that, things didn't turn out the way we wanted them. It sucks. Life's going to suck for somebody sometime. Okay? It may not suck for everybody all the time, but it's going to suck for somebody sometime or all the time, because everybody's going to deal with something. Everybody's going to deal with something. We can't avoid it. We cannot. Things are going to happen. We can't control other people. We can control ourselves, though. We can't control what other people think and do, but we can control how we give people access to us. We can control that. We can control how we are going to respond to the things that they do. We can control what we're going to do about that, right? We can't control them, and that's okay. But we could change the outlook, and we could change our environment, and we can make sure we put ourselves where we need to be. If somebody feel me, say I feel you in the chat. Let me know in the chat. And you got to go through all of that to grow. That's God's plan, period. Because you will not be ready. You cannot be ready for the seed if your dirt ain't ready. And in order for your dirt to be ready, you got to put in all the things. You can put a seed in bad dirt, right? A dirt that has no nutrients in it. A dirt that has never been through anything. And your seed is not going to grow. Or it's going to struggle like crap to grow because it's not meant to, because it has not been enriched yet. It has not been enriched yet. So we need to get it in our mind that we have an opportunity to grow every single time. We have a choice every single time. Will it suck? Sometimes. Sometimes it will suck. But we got to think, how can this serve me? How can everything that I go through is for my good. So how is this for my good? This sucks right now. And this sucks real bad. How could this be used for my good? Who could benefit from this right now? Who could I be helping because of my pain? Who could I be serving because of my pain? Who could I be speaking to because of my pain? What can I do because of my pain? Because of my dirt? Because of my ish? Who can I serve? Who could use this? Somebody is in their dirt right now. Somebody is in their darkness right now. Somebody is covered and they don't see the light. They don't see no way out. But how can you show up to them to be that guiding force? How can you show up to put some of your ish in their dirt so that you can move it around a little bit, shake up some things so that their seed can now grow? How many of y'all got that? I think we all do. I think we all do. Can y'all say it in the chat? Let me know if you got some stuff that you've been through that could help somebody else. Let me know. You could just put a 1 in the chat. You could put a no in the chat. Whatever you want. Everything happens for a reason, period. I feel you. Thank you so much for Keisha. Good morning, Big Meech. Good morning. Big Meech said hit the like button. Hit the like button. I hit the like button. I hit the like button. Hit the like button. Now listen, I don't know how many of y'all garden. I did not like worms. When I first started gardening, I didn't think the worms were beneficial. I would be like, "Oh, worms is in my dirt. Oh, worms is in my dirt." And I would be scared and I would run away, right? Until the girl who showed me how to garden, she was like, you want the worms in your dirt because the worms is going to leave the poop in there. They're going to leave the casings in there. You want that in your dirt because that's going to help the dirt to be better too. And I was like, oh, okay. Even buy bags of worm castings. You buy bags of that to put in your dirt, right? To help your dirt grow. To help your dirt get enriched, right? And so I want y'all to think about it, of all of the shells that you have shed, all of the shells. all of the shedding of yourselves, that's what I meant to say, all of the shedding of yourselves that you've done. How many people have you become or evolved into? You not even have to turn into a different person. You just evolved into something different, right? How many times in your life did you shed your skin like a snake? How many times have you shed your skin, right? I used to be a doormat. I'm not a doormat no more. I shed that skin. That skin is in the dirt. The new me is not that. The next me, I'm confident. So I'm not going to be going through life feeling insecure and da 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 da. That built that character for that dirt, right? The other me was I let people do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you shed all of those things. And you become something different and something better every single time. You become a different version of yourself every single time. Sometimes because you're in the wrong environment, you may not like the person that you become, right? Because of all of the things that's going on within the environment. You may not like who you've become, but you always have the opportunity to shed that skin. And by you shedding that skin, you get to be the 2.0 version of yourself, the new evolved version of yourself, the better person, the better representation of yourself. You are able to become that thing. You're able to shed the skin of the thing that you didn't like and leave that there in the dirt, because that is going to enrich the dirt as well, right? It's going to enrich the dirt as well, because these things are the things that I'm going to put here in this dirt. I'm going to bury it in this dirt, but this dirt is going to help the seed. It's going to help the seed because I'm the seed. I'm the gift. It's helping me to be better. It's helping me to establish those strong roots. It's helping me to sprout, right? These things are things that are going to help you grow. This is why I really wanted to get into the dirt, because I'm like, y'all, if y'all could see what I see while I'm trying to tell a story in my head, what? You got the manure that's going in there. You got the shedding of the skin and the poop from the worms, all of that going in there. You got all of these things that people would consider throwaway things. That's enriching your dirt, right? You got the throwaway things that is enriching your dirt. So no matter what we've done, no matter who we were, we always have the opportunity to rise above. We always have the opportunity to use that to enrich this dirt. We always have the opportunity to do that, right? Preach, preacher. Miss Lois says she's shedding her skin right now. Let's get it. Let's go, Miss Lois. Now let's get into another thing, right? Let's get into another thing. That compost. How many of y'all throw your vegetable peelings away? How many of y'all throw your cores, your apple cores away, your orange skins, your the tree part of the stem part of your broccoli? How many of y'all throw the outsides of your lettuce away? All of those things, your banana peel. How many of y'all throw that in the trash? If you throw it in the trash, say I throw it in the trash. Or if you throw it in the trash, just say trash. Because I know, having y'all typing way too much sometimes, and I know y'all at work, I'm like, I'm asking a lot. Trash in the chat. Trash in the chat if you throw those things in the trash. BCMC, God's plan is already made for each of us. Come on. If you throw it in the trash, guess what you're doing? You throwing away good compost. You throwing away good compost, because all of that you're throwing away can be used in a compost bin that you can put in your dirt that's going to enrich your dirt even more. Even more. I remember before I even was compost, well, I don't compost. My friend, she does, and she has her bins and she turns it and she does all the things. She put worms in it. She really, really, really does a great job with her dirt, right? So she was like, when I first started gardening, she was like, yeah, just take the eggshells, put it in the dirt. If you got the mangoes and all of the vegetable peelings, put it in the dirt. And she was like, put it in deep enough so that the animals don't smell it, though, because you don't want them digging it up and digging up your seed, right? That may be another lesson within itself, right? So, people smelling the vulnerability on you, and they want to, come in like a shark and attack, because they want to take your gifts. They want a piece of that, like in Sinners, Remember the guy, he wanted to take, I don't remember, it was Smoke or Stack, I don't remember which one, but he wanted, no, not the brothers. He wanted the gift from the guitar guy. What's the guitar guy's name? I forgot, but he wanted the gift, right? And so just like that, people see that you got a gift. There was a message that I put up yesterday, and it's like how talented and gifted people do not get the attention and the not the attention. They don't get the encouragement that they need, because as long as they're producing that gift, then people are going to just keep on taking from them. So they don't ever get to enrich themselves, and they don't ever get to be better, because people are just taking what they got off the gift. They're not trying to improve them because they see what they got as the gift, and they just taking that, right? And so that's the same thing I say. So some people may just pounce on you, try to take your gift and steal it. That's probably another day, right? That's probably another day. But sticking the vegetable peelings and things like that in the dirt deep enough so that the animals don't smell it and dig it up, right? And so that is for, and she was like, it's for not so much for the dirt, but it's for the worms, because the worms need to eat. So the worms are going to eat it. And remember, I said I used to be scared of the worms. I used to try to kill them, and I used to take them out, and I used to do a lot of stuff to the worms till I knew that that means I have good dirt, because I have a lot of worms in my dirt. That means I have good dirt. That means that they're going to leave behind the stuff that I need that's going to be great for my dirt. And so after figuring out all those things, I realized that the worms were good for the dirt. And feeding the worms helped them to poop and helped them to do the things that they needed to do in the dirt, so that my dirt could be the great environment that I need for my seed to thrive. And so I had to look at things a little differently. Yeah, I think I looked at worms and I'm like, ooh, those are slimy, they nasty, they're disgusting. Until I changed my way of thinking, and I'm like, ooh, I need worms. Oh, I got a lot of worms in here. My dirt must be really good. Let me feed these worms so that they can do what they got to do and help the environment for my seeds. Yes? Do y'all see what I'm saying, y'all? Let me know. Please let me know if I'm on the right track. I need to know, because I could, like I said, I could be barking up the wrong tree, and because I see it so much in my head, I might think that y'all see just what I see. But let me know if I'm doing a good job explaining what I see. Please and thank you. Please let me know. Please let me know if I'm doing a good job. Rob makes us keep all that. Yep. He makes us keep all of that, the eggshells, banana peels, etc. Because just because it's a throwaway for some people, it's not a throwaway. Like that's going to enrich somebody's dirt. That's going to enrich somebody's dirt. So your mistakes and your lessons, your compost is trash, but it's going to be treasure for your garden. What? Your compost is trash, but it's going to be the treasure for your garden. Just because somebody else threw you away and somebody else perceives who you are as trash does not mean that you are not somebody's or some things or yourselves treasure. Let me know if y'all feel me. Let me know if y'all feel me. That's your mistakes, your forgotten dreams, your bad decisions. Not a waste. Not a waste. It's wisdom. It's wisdom that's going to cultivate this soil. Y'all, let me know if y'all feel me. Please let me know if y'all feel me. Please, even orange peel. Yep. Sheila from VA says, my epiphany. My parents couldn't nurture me because of their own issues. All the ish the world threw at me, as painful as it was, has made me one powerful, strong woman. Exactly. And then we got to look too. We got to think and see, our parents did what they could do with what they had. Who, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we didn't have the best, they did what they could do with what they had. Who, all the things that happened to them, all the things that happened to their parents, and their parents, and all those things that passed down. Like, you got to start looking at it like, well, I just know I'm not going to do that for my kids, or I'm going to take what I need and throw away what I don't because it didn't serve me. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've got to understand. And I think as adults, we're better equipped to understand all of the things. As children, as teenagers, we don't see them like humans. We look at them like they're supposed to be our parents, right? We look at them like, you're supposed to be providing me the things that I need. And if they don't, then it's like, well, why wouldn't you? Shouldn't you just automatically turn that thing on? And I have to tell you, no, they don't. And I could say my sister's mother, I don't even want to talk about it, but yeah. We're not going to talk about that. But some people don't want to be parents, and some people just don't parent. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But you got to realize that people had lives before you came to this earth. And just because you came to this earth don't mean that they changed their ways. Some people do, some people don't. Again, unpleasant things can help us flourish, period. All right. God created the natural recycling benefits of using manure, food scraps, etc. to enrich the soil, period. Period. There's something that says everything that we need is on this earth. Everything that we need, and even in the natural aspect of healing. They said there's a herb for everything to heal everything in your body. Every ailment that you may have, there's a herb for that. I don't go deep into that. I'm not going to go deep in that. But yeah. True facts. All right. You are absolutely right. I keep pushing and staying strong as a Black woman. I don't want to come off as selfish, but I had to work in the world by myself. Listen. RJ puts everything out there. Coffee grinds, ground coffee beans, eggshells, etc. Yes, because it's nourishing the dirt. It's nourishing the dirt. Indeed. Sheila from BA says to Ms. Loyce, my emotional scars are deep. However, writing about them and listening to Nikki has opened my eyes. Oh, thank you so much. Open my eyes of how to move past it and use my experiences to help myself and others. Thank you so much, Ms. Sheila from BA. I'm glad. Listen, before I even started speaking about this, I prayed because I knew the direction that I was going in, and I wanted to make sure that it was connecting, and I didn't want to offend anybody. I didn't want to make anybody feel like they're not being seen or heard. You know what I mean? And so I did pray before I got on here that the message connected. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my intent, but I just wanted to make sure. And most mornings I'm the same way. You know what I mean? Like, I am very intentional about what I'm trying or what I want to convey, right? Because I want us to know that just because we've been through some shit, y'all made me curse. Just because we've been through some ish, we are not exempt from the trials and tribulations of life, right? Because we're human. All right, our Rodney needs to meet. Yeah, right? And so I want to also say that your dirt was not a mistake. Your dirt was not a mistake. A lot of us say we don't like the hand that we were dealt. A lot of us say we don't like these things that happen to us. But it's not a mistake. It is not a mistake. Things that happen in our lives is what we're using to help us to grow. This is what's going to help us to have those strong roots. This is going to help us to have that stick-to-itness that we need, our perseverance. This is going to help our resilience. These are all the things that all the the compost, the worm castings, all of that. These are the things that are helping us to be what we are. This is going to help us to evolve into the 2.0 version of ourselves. This is going to be what we need to get to that next level. Yes, I would have never been as strong as I am right now if I didn't go through X, Y, and Z. So I'm glad and I'm thankful and I'm grateful for those lessons because it made me stronger. It showed me that I can't allow people to use me as a doormat. It showed me that I need to speak up for myself. It showed me that no is a complete answer. It showed me that I could be grateful even if I had bad times. It shows me that I can do what I need to do. It shows me that I could show up and I could learn new things and I could still thrive. It shows me that I may not have started with it, but I can end with it. It shows me that I haven't, I don't have a lot of friends, but the friends that I am making, these are the friends that are getting me into the new doors. These are the friends that are speaking life into me. These are the friends that are watching me win and wanting me to win and helping me to win. I am glad that I'm in these type of environments, whereas I wasn't before, and I could appreciate this because before I didn't appreciate it. I didn't appreciate these good friends who was helping me get into these doors because I wasn't ready to be in those new doors because I was so used to everybody talking talking trash, or I was so used to being in rooms where people wasn't trying to elevate. They wanted to stay stuck. They wanted to be where they were. I was so used to being in those places, that when I did have the opportunity to be in the bigger rooms and to be in the places where people were going to speak life into me and love into me, that I couldn't accept it. So yes, I had to go through that so that I could appreciate where I'm going right now. I needed to go through that dirt. I needed to go through that ish so that I could get to where I need to be, so that this environment that I'm putting myself into right now, I am ready to grow. I am ready to be watered. I am ready to have the sunshine on me. I am ready to be loved on. I am ready to be pruned. I am ready to be elevated. I'm ready to be elevated. Let me know in the chat if y'all feeling me. If y'all feeling me, say I'm feeling you. Put it in the chat, please and thank you. Please and thank you. We're so used to being one way. If we didn't have those experiences, we would never know how to appreciate the new thing, right? If you didn't have so many bad relationships, you wouldn't be able to appreciate this good guy. Because when you were younger, you didn't like the good guy. When you was younger, you liked the guy that was the bad boy. You liked the guy that rode the motorcycles. You liked the guy that used to cheat. You liked the guy who you cheated with him, with whatever, right? You like that person. Right? But now you don't want that person, because now you want to settle down. You want a family. You want peace in your household. You don't want to be dealing with a million different girls. You don't want to have to check his phone. You don't want to have to check and see who he meeting up with. And when he say he hanging out with the boys and you don't know where they hanging out at, like, you not ready. You don't want that no more. Right? Because you've elevated. You don't want that. You may have wanted that in a different season in your life, but this season right here, this season is growth season. This season is harvest season. This season is I'm in the places and spaces where I need to be this season, and I don't have time to be stressed out over this and that and those people over there. I don't have time to stress out about them. I don't have time to sit here and talk mess about other people and gossip and do all of those things. I ain't got time for that, because my elevation is not taking me there. You keeping me down. You keeping me low. You're suppressing my greatness. I don't need to be suppressed. I need to be shining. I need to let the sun shine on me so I could grow into my potential. I need the sun to shine on me so I could grow into my potential. I cannot grow into my potential if I keep on putting these things, I keep putting myself in these environments where people are stifling my growth. I can't be there. Right? So my new 2.0 version of myself is in another space and in another place, because I can't do that anymore. I don't want that anymore. I've done that before. I shed that skin. That is my worm casings in my dirt right now, making me great, because I don't need that no more. I know that no longer serves me. It served me for a moment, but it don't serve me now. And I need to keep moving. I need to keep moving. I need to keep moving so that I can continue to grow. Right? And I need to make sure I have everything that I need for the next season. Right? Because it don't just stop there. I need to make sure that what I need for the next season so I could grow. And the next season so I could grow. And if I have to pick myself up and put myself in another environment so I could grow even better, then that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to look at the things that I used to be as I can't believe that and feel so bad about it and make myself feel bad. Right? I'm not going to look at it like that. I'm going to look at it, but that's who I was, and I shed that skin, and it's okay, because now I'm this. Now I'm this. I like this. I liked who I was then because it served me for what I needed it for, but now I'm elevating. I can see my growth. I can see my transformation. I can see my flowers growing on my plants. I can see the buds of the fruit that's growing on my stems. I can see that I'm about to harvest in this season. I could see that I'm about to bear fruit this season. I could see that I'm going to be able to share my fruit with my friends and my family in my neighborhood or in my circle. I see that I'm able to provide and help provide nutrients and sustenance to my family and my friends. I'm happy that I can do that right now. Because it took everything in me to be this. So I'm happy that I could do that. Because you can't appreciate where I am right now because you don't know what I've been through. But my dirt does. My dirt does. And because my dirt does, I know that I'm able to grow in this dirt. Because this dirt is nutrient rich, okay? This dirt is ready to go. I am ready to grow, and I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to grow. So let me know if y'all with me in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right, sis. Have a good day. Let me know. Thank you for your encouragement. This message is deep and hitting home. I don't journal, but I need to. Miss Lois, you better if you feel that right now, you better pull out a notebook and start. If you feel that right now, and even if you pull out the notebook when you listening to Coffee with Nikki, so you know to just put some stuff in there, do it then. If you need to put it by your bed, put it by your bed. However you need to do it. If you feeling it right now, then maybe that's something you need to do. Okay? Lakeisha Keisha said, I'm feeling you. Yes. Yes. Lordy, I had to stop typing. Nikki has my full attention. Hey. Thank you. Thanks for the love I needed. The latest ish is I have to testify against my youngest son next week. Oh no. He beat me mercifully in March. He's a struggling drug addict. My heart is broken. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that, Miss Sheila from VA. I will pray for you. Matter of fact, let me do one right now. I'm not gonna say it out loud because that's on me, but I'm gonna say it. Everybody say a prayer for Sheila from VA, please, and thank you. In your name I pray. Amen. Amen. The last 3 years have been hell for me. Thank you, BCMC and BBU, for bringing my family, for being my family, for allowing me to be me. We love you, Miss Lois. You know we love you down to the ground, Miss Lois. We love you down. You have a beautiful day. All right, sis. Yes, nutrient-rich dirt. That's what we are. Remick wanted all the things. Thank you. I was like, I don't remember. Yes. I'm so sorry. I pray for your strength and encouragement to do what's best for you. Yes, and yes. Indeed. Praying for you, Miss Sheila. Yes. Thanks. Really hitting me hard. This gotta be tough. It's gotta be tough. And I'm so sorry you have to go through that, Miss Sheila from VA. Prayer sent up. You got some prayers in the chat for you, Miss Sheila. I'm so sorry, Miss Sheila. Praying for you, and I pray your son gets the help he needs. Yes. Pray that he gets the help that he needs. Indeed. Pray that God is touching his spirit right now. Touching his spirit. So, with that being said, y'all, I think I even could do a part 2 for this, but I'm not, because I'm not going to be here tomorrow. We'll see where I feel led to for Thursday or Friday, and I'll keep you posted. But one thing that I want to say, and you don't have to do this. This is optional. But one, you want to name your seed. What has God placed in you that you are ready to nurture? What did God place on the inside of you that you are ready to nurture? You didn't even know that you had it. You didn't know that you were creative. You didn't know that you were talented. You didn't know that you could manifest. You didn't know that you could do all of these things. You didn't know how blessed you were. What is one of the seeds that God put on the inside of you that you are ready to nurture? You know that's right. Where two or more gathered. I love that. I used to always say that scripture, and I used to always jack it up, but not anymore. Not anymore. Where two or more gathered. Yes, God is in the midst of it. Yes. Thank you all. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Praying for you and your son, Miss Sheila. Yes, praying for you and your son, Miss Sheila. So name your seed. What did God put on you that is about to grow, that you're ready to nurture? It could be your business. It could be your family life. It could be your marriage. It could be a relationship. What are you ready to nurture? What are you ready to nurture? And you don't have to tell me right now. You could write this down somewhere, right? And I'll come back to this and write it down. And I want you to also, this is going to be tough, because not tough. I don't think it's going to be tough. It's going to be challenging. Not tough. It'll be a challenge, but it won't be tough, right? Honor your dirt. Honor your dirt. Because all of the things that you've been through is creating that great environment for your seed to grow. All of those things was necessary in order for you to give your dirt the nutrients that it needed. Even looked at as throwaways, even looked at as trash, even looked at as shedding. All of those things are the things that you required for your dirt to be great. Okay? Those are all of the things that you require for the dirt to be great. So I want you to, and I know it's hard because we don't want to honor the things that the crap that happened to us. Honor your dirt. Because it's because of your dirt that made you the person that you are right now. Right? It's preparing you for a blessing. We don't see it yet, but it's coming. You don't see the blessing right now? Don't worry about it. It's on its way. It's on its way. Tend to your soil. Make sure you're moving things around. You don't want to keep the dirt in one spot. You don't want to keep the worms in one spot. You want it to go all throughout the garden so it can nourish the rest of the garden. Right? You want to spread these things out. You want to evenly distribute it. And I'm moving around because I see myself doing it, right? You want to evenly distribute it because it's going to help the rest of you grow, right? Not just one space, because this is not going to just help one area in our lives, right? This is going to be able to help us everywhere in our lives, right? So we want to make sure we evenly distribute it so that it can help us to grow evenly all the way through, right? And I want you to make sure that you protect the process. Remember, I said sometimes you got to cover the seeds, sometimes you got to do, and by protecting the process, I mean, make sure that you set your boundaries and your boundaries are firm. Make sure you set your boundaries and your boundaries are firm. Your no is no. Your no is no. Protect the process. Weeds are going to grow in there and try to choke your plant out. Pull them things out by the roots when you see them. Don't allow them to grow. If you see a weed growing in your garden, pull that thing out now. And by that, I mean negative people. That means stinking thinking. That means people hating on you. That means people don't want to see you win. All of those things are weeds. Pull them things out by the roots. Don't allow them to get in there good and deep, because now it's going to be harder for you to pull them things out. When you see them in the garden, pull them things out. Let them things go. Stop waiting and say, well, they didn't do anything to me yet, but they did it to so-and-so, and I think they might be part of their character and da-da-da-da-da, but I'm going to just allow it to happen. No, we need to pull a thing out now. Call a thing and pull it out. Call a thing and make sure you recognize it as a weed and pull it out. Because the weed is not going to serve you. And I don't mean the smoking kind. I mean, the kind that's growing in your garden. Okay? Y'all got it? Let me know if y'all got it. So let me just recap real fast. Name your seed. What's the gift? What's the gift that you're about to nurture, right? That you're ready to nurture right now. You weren't ready for your business, but you're ready for it right now. You wasn't ready for this relationship, but you're ready for it right now. What's the seed you're ready to nurture? Name it. Name the seed. Number 2, honor your dirt. You went through all of that because that is making your environment great. That is making the dirt of your soul great. Right? So you want to make sure that you honor your dirt, but because it's because of the setbacks, it's because of the mistakes, it's because of all of those things that made you who you are today. Right? Tend to your soil. Make sure you're evenly moving things around. You're putting the manure in there, you're putting the compost in there, you're putting the worm castings in there. Move those things around. Move it around. Because you want to make sure that you're growing evenly. You want to make sure that you're distributing it to every part of the garden. To every part of the garden. Number 4, you want to protect the process. Pay attention to the weeds. Pull them out when you see them. Make sure you cover it if you need to. Make sure you set your boundaries. Make sure you cover what you, like I said, make sure you cover what you need to, because if you do not, then you're going to allow things to get in there that don't belong there. And you need to make sure that you're mindful of it. So the last thing that I'm going to leave y'all with is this. And I'm going to leave y'all with this, and then I'll tell y'all, my answer. But my seed is divine. My seed is divine. My soil is rich. I've been planted, not buried, and I'm ready to grow. My seed is divine. My soil is rich. I've been planted, not buried, and I'm ready to grow. One more time. One more time. My seed, God gave you something. Your seed is divine, honey. Your seed is so divine. God put something on the inside of you. God put something inside of you that's so great you don't even see it. You don't even know how it's going to grow right now. You don't even know what the capabilities are of this seed right now. You don't even see the greatness that's about to happen. But it's about to happen. Your seed is divine. My soil is rich. Everything that I've been through, everything that I've grown through, everything that when people left me out to die, when people just left me just out there to fend for myself, all of those things have made your soil nutrient rich. All of those things. Anything that people named a throwaway helped your soil. I've been planted, not buried. Just because I'm in the dark right now don't mean that I'm gone. I'm in the dark because I'm growing. I'm in the dark because there's some things growing. There's some things brewing in this seed. It's some roots that's happening in this seed till I sprout. There's some things happening in that dirt. So you're not buried. And I'm ready to grow. Because of all of these things, I'm ready to give myself all of the things that I need in order for me to thrive. I'm ready to water myself. I'm ready to nourish myself. I'm ready to give myself sunshine. I'm ready to speak love into my life. I'm ready to speak life into myself. I'm ready to be in environments where people are going to do the same, who want to see me do the same, who want to see me flower, who want to see me bear fruit, who want to see me share my fruit. I'm ready for those environments now, right? So that is my word for today. That is my word for today. And I said I was going to say it one more time, but I added some other stuff on there just in case y'all missed it. My seed is divine. My soil is rich. I've been planted, not buried, and I'm ready to grow. And I'm ready to grow. So with that being said, I hope that today was good for somebody. I hope that what I said resonated. I hope that you saw the picture that I seen. And if you have not, come back and watch the replay and close your eyes and listen to it. I hope I told the story in a way that you could see exactly what I'm talking about. Because once you see it in that manner, I think it really brings the message home. You know what I'm saying? I think it really makes the connection really stick once you see it happening that way. So I just want to thank you all for rocking with me today and every day. This is Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. Make sure y'all follow me everywhere. I'm Bubble Babes. That's BABEZ University. Everywhere. If you're not a member of my community, I got to get better with my community. But if you're not a member of the community is free to join, absolutely free to join. Sign up if you're not a member, sign in if you are. There's a lot of valuable information in there. Also, what else do I want to say? Make sure y'all on the lookout for my AI for Product Maker class. I do have a self-paced one, and I'm going to have the intensive as well. The intensive is going to have limited space. So if you were on the sidelines waiting to get a seat, if you go to my last post on Instagram, my last reel, and put waitlist in the chat, in the comments, it'll definitely send you some information to add you to my waitlist. What else? I will not be here tomorrow, y'all. I will not be here tomorrow. I will see you Thursday or Friday, God willing. What else? I think that is it. That is all. Let me check and see. Let me read the comments before we close out. My seed writing. That's what God called me to do. You better write, Miss Sheila from VA. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Thank you so much, Lakeisha Keisha. Lakeisha said this was a great message, Nikki. I had to change and put on my push t-shirt today. Hey, come on, push. Come on. Push through today. T-shirt Tuesday represent. Yes, thank you so much, Miss Lois. Nutrient rich. You are nutrient rich, y'all. Somebody, okay, we need to make a t-shirt with some soil and some dirt, and we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. That needs to be a shirt because that's a push shirt. Just like Miss Lakeisha said, it is a push shirt. Pray until something happens. It is one of those shirts. So we need to do something. I don't know what it'll look like. I'm just saying it right now. Great job, Nikki. Thank you so much, Sheila from VA. And I hope everything works out for you. And I pray that God is blessing you and your family right now. And yes, I am definitely doing that. This was a God-led message. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you so much, Miss Lois. I love you, and thank you so much. I appreciate all of y'all for rocking with me. I will talk to y'all soon. Make sure y'all follow my stories and stuff like that because I'll keep you posted there. And that is it for today, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all. Yes, and yes. Let's get it popping, okay? Let's get it popping.